Hey y'all, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are working more on my fall Castle City island. Now, I will be real with y'all, I kind of spiraled and flattened everything on my map. I was really struggling with this island because I was getting really burnt out with it. So I decided to flatten it for the third time. It's probably honestly been more than 3 times, but I'm just gonna say it's been 3 times to be on the safe side. And I'm giving this island literally one more shot. If I keep getting burnt out with it, I'm probably just going to move on to winter content. Now, I don't hate what I've done so far. I actually like this way more than my previous trial of this island. If you're new to my channel, originally I had a lighthouse perspective for the island's entry, and it was causing me so much burnout because I didn't really know how I wanted to transition from it. I was getting really frustrated, so I decided just to flatten everything and give myself a clean slate. So that's why I'm at the point where if this island is causing me too much frustration, I'm probably just gonna move on from it. But I did like how today's build actually really turned out, so I'm gonna give it a few more builds and just trials to see what happens. Who knows, maybe I'll probably finish this island in a week if I get really inspired. I think it's just gonna come down to me not really overthinking everything that I do, and I tend to overthink every single build that I create. So I'm crossing my fingers that I finally found something that is very easy to transition with, and I can actually just, get this island finally done and focus on some new things. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do this little transitional area right behind the port, and then we're gonna do maybe a villager neighborhood. And I was thinking eventually this villager neighborhood could connect to our shopping district that we tried to do on a previous live stream. If you're new to my channel, be ready for this to kind of be the usual for me when it comes to creating islands. I go through a lot of different trials until I'm actually happy with something. So this island has definitely been that case. Normally, I don't have this issue every single island that I create, but for the most part, I do trial a lot of things until I get happy with how something looks, and I'm pretty dang happy with how this is starting to transition and flow, and I just think it's going to deliver all the builds that I really want on the island too. I tend to run out of island space pretty quickly, especially when it comes to structure builds. I do personally feel like this new layout is going to give me a lot more flexibility, and it's going to be easier to plan out different locations. I also think with everything we've done on previous videos and live streams, I'm gonna just copy and paste that onto this new layout. And of course it'll be in different spots, but I really like what we did so far on those videos and streams. I just think we need to find better transitional ideas to connect everything together so it makes sense and it just blends easier. Anyways, after a few more details, this is how my little transitional area is starting to look behind the dock area, and I just think this is such a perfect transition because it's now going to start introducing the more city core elements of the island. So you'll kind of get immediately the vibe that this is the outskirts of the town, and you're slowly kind of approaching the downtown area where there's going to be a ton of shops. So that's sort of the vibe that I'm trying to go for. Once I get this whole location figured out and all the transitions decided, then we can start moving that shopping district build that we started on videos and streams to this island and just making a better and nicer transition to it. Since I'm wanting to go for a city outskirt sort of vibe in this location on my map, I just think doing a little villager neighborhood that transitions to our shopping district would make more sense, and I think it will just look nicer. So I think that's my plan in general for today's video. Anyways, now that I got most of my road placement done, and this is going to be 3 tiles, I'm going to keep the neighborhood road placement pretty small compared to the actual highway looking areas. We're gonna place my house over here, and then I think I'm gonna place about 3 villagers. Behind the villagers, eventually I'm thinking about just doing a filler building to fill up the space, but that could change. I have no idea what my plan is basically behind the villagers whatsoever, but we will definitely cross that bridge once I'm ready to fill that spot in. For now, I'm just gonna focus on moving my buildings over here and getting this location officially done. For the next stage of today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and move my player home over here and also a couple of villagers too, and this is how the neighborhood is starting to transition. I think across from the evergreen ash item we're going to do an incline location, and this is actually really close to the edge of my map, but I'll probably just do an ocean lookout build or something like that. I also considered maybe the incline could lead up to another villager home, so let me know if y'all have any ideas for it or different builds for this location in general. Anyways, now that I got all my structures placed, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some details to the location. And I was thinking next to my player home, maybe we could do like a small little park area. So that's gonna be my filler until I can decide what I want to do specifically in that location. Right now, I'm just trying to focus in filling around the villagers inn. And then I think that this could transition to our shopping district that we did on a video and live stream. If y'all think that's a great idea, definitely let me know in the comments section, or if you have a better idea. But I was just thinking that would help me transition this spot and not get burnt out. Behind my player home, I'm gonna keep the decor pretty simple. I just did fencing and some hedges and also some different trees. My goal right now is to basically just fill in all these little empty spaces in between each of the house just to make it really cozy and cluttered. I just think adding so much clutter really just makes a build feel super cozy. There also will be a couple of transitions through this decor process because I kind of didn't know what my plan was gonna be for decor and I struggled a little bit, but eventually we did figure it out and I think the layout turned out really nice. Now for the next stage of the build, and this is probably going to change, I threw some medieval walls behind the player homes just to kind of fill in the background. I honestly did this just for my thumbnail so it didn't look as empty because of course this island is a work in progress. However, this actually started to kind of grow on me. So I'm now deciding, should I just leave this as a filler building and nothing special? Or maybe should I add like some rooftops onto this and like a little cafe area? If y'all have any ideas, let me know in the comments section. But this definitely started growing on me as I continued to fill in the extra details. I think I could honestly make these medieval walls work lovely for this spot, especially since we're getting close to the downtown area. Maybe I could just turn the medieval buildings into like some apartments or something with like balconies. I also thought that maybe those medieval buildings could be other shops too. Since we're getting really close to where I want my downtown shopping district location to be, I think that this would be appropriate for the spot and I could do a sitting area like overlooking the ocean. I will definitely mess with different ideas off camera and see what we can do with that location just because I think that we could make some really cool transitions and different cafes with those buildings. So I know I will definitely come up with a nice build for it and make it work because I really just love how it filled in the villager neighborhood and added the castle walls into that spot too. And I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing what happens on this island. So the less I have to delete and remove, the better. I would much rather have to make something work than kind of get burnt out and not know what to do with it. Anyways, I'm going to add a few more details into this location and then we will do the final walkthrough of how everything turned out today. I'm also hoping to finally start my winter Japanese island. I did get the save ready to go and prepped, so I will probably do a video or a live stream on it. We'll just kind of see how my extra time is over the next few days. If you're new to my channel, I am a mom in real life, so I'm balancing content creation with parenthood. So sometimes I can't always post consistently, but I am trying my best. Even though I'm wanting to start my winter Japanese island, I am still going to be messing around on this island that we worked on today and trying to fill in different locations in preparation for another video or a live stream. So y'all cross your fingers that I can finally just get this fall castle theme officially done, especially because I've had to go through so many flattening and restarting with this island. I've been really indecisive with it because this theme is very hard for me, but I am determined to get this finished and done. I am going to try my absolute best to make it happen. So like I said earlier, if you have any ideas or help for this island theme, it would be so appreciated because these themes are very difficult for me. I'm not really an expert when it comes to castle core islands, but I am trying to get familiar with them so I can improve them over time too. As we near the end of today's video, I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting me as a creator. Just your support in general means the absolute world to me. I hope that today's video brought you some Animal Crossing inspo. I had so much fun building this today and I really love how everything is starting to look. This is the happiest I've been with this island in quite some time. So hopefully that means everything is just going to be easy from here. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and have a horrible day.